We are in the cave.
It's your dad's.
Uncles?
Whatever
Are we
you
dads
want.
or uncles? I don't know.
A lot of people say we're the YouTube dads, but hello, we're going to give you a tour of the of the movie cave.
Yeah.
And we're going to introduce you to the crew. We're going to talk about today is the last day of our membership site pre-launch special, and then we're going to answer your questions live on the air. So I'm going to take the camera, and Alan's going to give us a tour, and Sophie's going to get in there with him.
Sophie, go sit in your spot. It's going to be very uncomfortable. Yeah, so here we are in the movie cave. This is not actually our movie cave, sadly.
No.
It's a friend of ours, his house. This is possibly my favorite part of it, is the wall of Lego awesomeness.
Yep.
There's so
the
many...
the Goodmans, if you've watched our Big Fish and Schindler's List episodes, then you saw the Goodmans whose house this is. We do have plans to build our own movie cave.
Yeah, Megan and I are going to be getting...
Oh, I never saw that one.
You see that one?
I haven't gotten... That's...
It's so cool. It's the AT replacement thing from Last Jedi, the big giant one.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Some of the posters you don't get to
And
see.
all the movie posters. Yeah, there's a bunch up here that you don't get to normally see.
We'll check them out as we go.
Over here, this is actually my favorite thing in the whole place. This is a Wurlitzer digital music system. Wurlitzers were the old organs that, like, in silent movies they would play. They would have a Wurlitzer system there.
Yeah.
That would play music, but it also had a bunch of sound effects and stuff. So the people playing music live would like
create the entire audio.
And everything. It was amazing, and they would just do it live. And so this is a newer digital version of that, but they've got all their Wonder Woman stuff here.
Yep.
I just love all the memorabilia.
And then a little closer look back here. We've got a Mando poster. That's a digital, but it's turned off right now.
They put the movie poster up of whatever movie they're screening that day when they have people over to watch films.
Yeah.
In their basement.
Which when we do our own movie cave, we're gonna do that. So look at this. They've got the whole concession stand.
Concession stand, popcorn machine. Back there, they've got a little hot dog heater maker thing.
Hello, Emily from Scotland. Hello, Leonie Melody. That's awesome. Awesome name. The fridge. Yeah. We got
this is our lunch.
Our lunch that we're gonna have here in a little bit.
But yeah, it's in sort of a constant state of flux. They've added new layers of seating. Kels, come in here.
Oh, it's celebrity.
This is Kels.
This is
It's celebrity therapist Jonathan Decker.
We're giving.
This is Kels. This is his movie cave.
Yep.
He is the reason we have this fantastic.
Did you bring us cookies?
I brought you some cookies because they're really good and I like them. There's a few missing. I don't know how that happened. They're that good. So.
Oh.
Anyway, there might be more missing. Let me check.
Hi from the Netherlands. We just got a comment, and that's apropos because you two look Nordic.
We do look like we could be from the Netherlands.
That's right, we do. Yeah.
Sarah, how do I McGillivray?
McGillicuddy?
She's asking for cookies. Put one towards the camera, and Sarah's gonna pretend she's eating it. Okay, here we go, Sarah. All right. I hope. Now this is our. We've done it. This is our virtual reality experience. We're just giving people a tour.
So, yeah, moving through here, we got to sneak past.
Look, it's our producer.
This is our producer, Megan. She's also my wife.
Yep. We're sorry.
We're much better half.
Here, we'll get a.
So yeah, obviously the set. We have our lovely backlights that make us look like we're in a movie.
The mic's coming down on the seats that are always just out of frame.
We get from Cochran.
It's the butt seat. Yes, let's acknowledge that this looks like a butt because a lot of you want to comment. We know.
Yes.
We know. It's a butt.
It looks like a butt. Also, I would like to acknowledge, like, we sit one seat apart. When we go to movies, do we sit one seat apart?
Yeah, unless there's a lot of people in the theater and like.
Because we're broad-shouldered guys.
Yeah.
And the seats aren't big enough. Would we sit one seat apart in these?
No,
because we were filming the show, and it wasn't like the point that I'm trying to make, and I'm doing a terrible job. Is we sit one seat apart because there's only 3 chairs.
Yep.
And if we sat next to each other, there'd be this weird, awkward, empty chair over there.
Yeah.
And the whole room would be like out of. It's a.
Maybe one day, if our wives are cool with it, we'll do an episode in a love sack, and we'll be nice and close.
We'll just cuddle.
Yeah.
We'll just cuddle the whole time.
Probably something scary. So Kels, people are asking where you got the chairs.
Let's see. I got them online on Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, these new ones are nice. We were thinking.
Amazon Prime, they were actually pretty inexpensive.
People are saying it's not symmetrical. Yeah, it's set up this way for the shoot today so we can walk past and stuff.
You buy these little things that go on them so you can eat So
Little table.
I mean, you need the little seat for popcorn. When are you going to continue your reactions to Eclipse? Yeah, we've got Twilight coming.
We've got more Twilight coming. We already shot Eclipse.
People ask,
And then we're going to have Breaking Down before the end of the year. So you're going to get the series will be done by the end of the year.
yeah, so we can move on with our lives.
Get some more questions in a minute. Let me finish the tour.
Oh,
So-
sorry. While I'm here, here are some of the other posters.
Oh, yeah. All the other
gotta
posters.
see
that we
my,
got. Here, let me turn the light on.
my
I got good light for him.
there you go.
It's showing up. It's showing up well,
We got Back to the
including
Future,
the
classic
rare
Star Wars.
Revenge of the Jedi poster.
I love that poster. I want one so badly.
Yep.
And then an
Moving
original
on.
Empire Strikes Back.
Here's our. That's called fill light, isn't it?
That is our Phil Light. Yep.
I'm so smart.
You are smart. Our lighting setup has sort of evolved over time. This is actually, I think we're pretty set on this is what we're going to do because we have, it looks cinematic and nice. We have our 3 cameras set up.
How many episodes do you normally film at a time? I might interrupt you
Oh, yeah,
periodically.
We normally will shoot 5 in a day. So we only get together, 4 to 6 times a year actually to film, and we'll shoot for 2 days usually, sometimes 3 days, and we'll shoot 2, 3, 4, 5 a day.
The months in between, we're watching and we're taking notes and we're doing prep and then
And editing.
and post and yeah.
Yeah, there's the work never stops. We're not constantly shooting.
Yeah. A little secret. That's why you'll see Alan basically looks the same, but my weight fluctuates wildly as we shoot, and my appearance.
Would fluctuate down. But
I'm like Delta Burke over here.
Fluctuates between episodes. Sometimes his hair is much longer.
it goes. So okay.
Here we go.
We have all of our cameras. They run.
That was not a knock on Delta Burke. It's just an acknowledgement of my situation. Like,
up and down. Meet our crew. This is Sophie, our fabulous. What are you? A PA?
she's all the things.
She gets stuff done.
She gets everything done, and Sophie keeps the atmosphere light.
She does.
Because Sophie's really, really funny and pretty inappropriate. And
Just inappropriate enough.
yeah, she's right on brand.
Amount of inappropriate.
And this is Brad, who many of you know Brad but haven't seen Brad.
Yes, Brad is our director of photography, often referred to as crew.
We
This
love
is the
Sophie,
crew
they're
who's
saying.
doing the ugly cry in the Inside Out episode that we mentioned.
They were mostly just making fun of it.
So there's been a fair amount of us poking fun at Brad during episodes, and a lot that you don't see because I cut it out of him making fun of us.
Yeah.
During episodes.
Yeah.
I leave the occasional choice to everything.
Yeah.
But Brad's over here. He's got all 3 cameras piped in to this monitor so he can see.
Here, do you want to take the
I'm
camera
gonna
and
take
show?
the camera. So Brad can see everything that's happening, and he's got us on his headphones to make sure that everything's coming in nice and smooth. And this just happens, and we darken the lights back here, and they just kind of lurk off to the side and poke fun at us. So Jonathan,
Yes.
tell me
Where shall I stand?
anywhere you want. You can stand right over there.
It's probably more comfortable to stand right here.
That's great.
Okay.
So, tell us more about the final day of the pre-sale.
This is the last day, so our membership site is launching July 12th. We put a lot of work into this. The idea of the membership site is we want people, a lot of you said we don't have the means. Where I live, I can't get therapy because I can't afford it, or there's a stigma, or it's just not available. Now, to be clear, what we're offering on the membership site is not therapy, but it is therapeutic tools. It's the things that I teach in therapy, the same skills, the same exercises that I take people through. We're just doing it in our own unique cinema therapy style. And so some of you have been asking, because you're global, I don't have a credit card, I don't have a debit card. We do have a PayPal option live right now. The prices are $14.99 for the superhero tier and $9.99 for the hero tier, but if you act today, you get the superhero forever for $9.99. And what that is in your country's currency, you can Google that. But
Yeah, sorry, we don't have all those conversions off the top of our head. Oh my gosh, who just gave us €5? Thank you so much.
Really?
Yeah, somebody just did like a super chat and gave us some money. Lisa Schultz, you're amazing.
We're taking that to Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins.
Someone asked how tall you guys are.
How tall we are? Okay, so here's the thing. I am not a short person. Alan's just
Here, I'll come.
incredibly tall. So I am 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And I am 6'5" for the non-American. I don't know why we're still using feet. I'm a meter 96.
I was not ready for this moment. I don't know what I am in meters.
You're probably like 188 something.
There you go.
Something like that.
So yeah,
186.
6'5". Our membership site, so Superhero Hero Tier has Alan's special extended director's cut episodes, which we're actually really excited about this because we trim a lot down to hit YouTube.
Most episodes. Some of the director's cuts will be like an extra 2 minutes.
And
some of them are an extra like 20.
Yeah. And on occasion there's ones where it's like, no, what's on YouTube is what it's going to be, but it won't have commercials.
Yeah.
But most of them, there are extended director's cuts, and there's a lot of really funny stuff. There's more insights, there's more tiers, there's more movie talk. I know a lot of you are saying that you want more of Alan's filmmaking insights. And early on, we aired more on the side of therapy, which was more, I mean, if I can do this live on there, that was more you than me. Like, your assumption was,
oh, it was
like,
very
you're
much
like, let's cut my stuff, they're going to want the therapy. And then people are like, no, we want Alan's insights. We're trying to do that more on the...
You want it. You'll find out.
We're trying to do more of that on the show, in the YouTube cuts, but the director's cuts have a lot of that, as well as more stuff from me. Their director's cuts are not... So our show is always going to be strong PG to PG-13. And so we don't... That means that it can be a little more...
We're still going to be bleeping the swears. Frankly, I find bleep swears funnier than actual swears most of the time.
No, I'm just saying, like, our show is generally, you can watch with your kids. Maybe watch the director's cuts by yourself first to see it.
Yeah, check them first to make sure it's okay to
For
watch
some
with your
reason,
kids.
we get super inappropriate when we're watching Disney movies.
Disney movies, we tell all kinds of dirty jokes. Sorry.
And so that doesn't make the YouTube cut. But and for those of you who are not into dirty jokes, once again, it's all like, we're PG-13. We always will be. That's kind of our mark. But
it's not Seth Rogen.
Yeah. And so we have his extended director's cuts. We have my strength builders, which is you watch an episode and you're like, oh, those are good principles. Those are great ideas. But how to actually apply them, I've got, these are the actual exercises. These are the things that I would ask you to do if you were my client in therapy. I'd be like, this is your homework to apply this to learn and grow.
We have a strength builder on our Instagram, right?
And Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook. You can
so
get
find us on Instagram or Facebook, and just we have it. It's like in IGTV, and you can just watch one of what he did. They're great.
And you also get access to the heroes only area of our Discord server. So that's all the hero stuff. The superheroes tier has all of that, plus relationship courses.
Yep.
Which you can watch on our YouTube right now. We have one of the lessons.
We have one lesson. Yeah.
They're all 8 lessons, but they're what I teach people. So I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and the skills I teach people for parenting, marriage, or just relationships, period. Resolving conflict, 1,000 different things, building a successful step family, co-parenting, hope after divorce. We got plans for all sorts of stuff, healthy sexuality.
We have plans for like
it's gonna
courses already.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. So that's
it's like
where
years worth of content.
Yeah. So again, like if you need therapy, get therapy because that's individualized and personalized.
Yes.
But the skills that you would get in therapy are in the courses. We also have, what else do we have on the superhero tier that I'm missing?
Live Q&As.
Our live events, yeah.
Live events. So sometimes it'll be Q&A with a therapist. Sometimes, apparently, some of you want to do live Q&As with a filmmaker.
Yeah.
I'm happy to
talk about the industry,
I guess, or whatever.
They just want to interact with you.
Whatever. And the occasional, I mean, we're going to try to do it every other month, a live watch party.
Yeah, live movie watch party. Between the live events that we just mentioned, there will be something every month.
Yeah. And one thing that a lot of people have been asking with the live events, Q&As and the watch parties, is I'm in Germany, are you going to do it at a time that I can watch? Or I'm in India, we're literally 12 hours off, are we going to do that? And we have been planning on, we're going to vary our times. Sometimes we'll do them super early in the morning for us, so that for people in Europe it's, afternoon, and for people in India it's evening or whatever. But we'll kind of shift our times around. We'll let you know several weeks in advance so that people know and can be there for the live. And if you're not there for the live, then you can still watch it afterwards. But
we are.
Got a couple questions I want you guys to answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, let's have a seat.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then we can answer questions.
Andrew Kim says, any thoughts on doing any foreign films like Parasite or A Silent Voice?
Funny, you should ask that. Was it Andrew King?
Andrew Kim.
Andrew Kim. We have already filmed an episode about A Silent Voice. It will be coming out in around a month, 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It's scheduled for August.
It's scheduled for August.
Sometime in
Ask
August.
the producer, she knows.
Yeah.
So yes, I definitely want to do Parasite.
Yeah, me too.
It'll probably be early next year. Keep the suggestions coming for foreign films. We're
gonna do Life is Beautiful sometime.
We
That's one
have
of my favorite
taste.
movies.
so we know what some of them are, but we don't have impeccable taste. We don't know what all of them are.
Yeah, and I mean, a little candid behind the scenes. We're a YouTube channel, so we're focused on growth, and so we do a lot of what is going to get a lot of viewers. But every once in a while, like we did Raiders, and Raiders isn't exactly taking off, but we were just happy to do Raiders of the Lost
We just
Ark.
want to do Raiders.
Yeah, and so we'll always have room for films that are just worth doing.
Well, and there are also plenty of foreign films that will attract. About half of our audience is in North America, and the rest of it is global. A lot of these other films will attract a much wider audience outside of the United States, and we're happy to do that as well.
Absolutely.
We're not married to America.
Okay, 2 more questions for you. 1, how did you come up with the idea of the channel?
I had the idea for the channel. The short version is, for years, Alan couldn't believe I went into psychology. He's like, you should be in film. You're so passionate about it. You should act or do something. And we did some, we did a movie together called CTU Provo that you can watch on YouTube, where we fight terrorists.
You should watch it. It's not good.
By film standards, as a movie, it's not good. By fan film standards, it's freaking Citizen Kane. Like it's as a fan film, it's pretty good.
It's deeply embarrassing.
And for years and years, like I moonlighted as a film critic. I did this on the side and on TV and online, and I never could just be somebody who just enjoyed movies. Like I had to be in it.
Yeah.
But I knew I was meant to be a therapist. Like I knew that's what I wanted to do, and so I had the idea when I learned about the actual concept of cinema therapy. I didn't come up with that. Therapists have been using movies to teach principles for a long time. So I had the idea, and then what really brought me around to it is Alan was doing his own separate YouTube channel and doing his own things, and we had fallen a little.
Was it Zion Politics? Is that what did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did a little political show. It's whatever.
But the quality was so good that, and we didn't have a falling out. There was no bad blood, but what there was we were raising families and living in different places.
We've just grown apart. I mean, you were living 300 miles away, and we had little kids, and we were doing careers and stuff. Like, you just don't keep up with people very much.
But we started to reconnect. There was a film festival screening of our movie that brought us back together, like a 10th anniversary screening, and then we started talking about what if we made movies and stuff together again. And I had this idea, and I knew from our past that we had good chemistry together on screen, even more behind the scenes. I'm just Megan, better, what are you doing here?
It's better on screen.
But I reached out to you. I was in Bali, and I reached out to you with this idea.
Oh, big time in me now?
Yeah.
I was in Bali.
That's just where I was.
I know.
But I called you, and I remember I didn't even really have to sell you on it.
Oh no, I immediately, no, he had the idea, and he was like, I want to talk about movies and therapy and doing this, and I was like, oh cool, so therapist reacts to this movie, right? Like, I think my first pitch to you was like, therapist reacts to the movie Therapist, What About Bob?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh yeah, that could work. And I'm like, and dude, we can do that with literally everything. We can react to characters, we can react to this, we can react to that. And you're like, cool, and we can also do episodes where we teach principles. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure that'd work.
Yeah, well, we had one phone conversation where we laid out like 80% of what the show would become.
In like 25 minutes.
Yeah, like we just knew what it would be, just that conversation. So yeah, that's where that came from. What was the other question?
Other question was, how do you watch the movies ahead of time? How do you do the episodes?
I haven't seen half of the movies that we've done.
You're a liar. You're such a liar.
I'm terrible. I'll run down my side, and then you can talk about what you do. So, yes, there's a huge amount of prep work. I generally watch, like, Megan and I will watch the film together, and then we write up notes.
A lot of notes,
like pages usually. And then we will pick the scenes that I'm gonna. If it's a therapist reacts, where I'm gonna have Jono react to stuff.
Then you guys do almost all the prep work.
Yeah, I will pick those scenes. I'll pull them so that we have them to play on our screen that's just behind us over there. And I will actually go through all of those scenes and just break them down like I would a script as a director. So I'll go through and like, why did they pick this shot? What are we doing with these camera angles? What are we doing with the lighting? What are we doing with the music? Why is it cut at this speed? You know, I break it down as I would directing a film.
And for the therapist reacts, I don't know the clips that he's going to play, but it's not a true reacts in the sense like, I've never seen this before, and we're going to watch the whole thing together. Like, I will watch the movie in advance, and I'll be like, here's a scene or two that make sure you to include this because I want to talk
put these in.
because I want to talk about this, and here are the themes that I'm seeing, and then a lot of times, and I don't solely pick the themes, but we kind of do that together. But when you're going through the artistic side and taking your notes, you're like, okay, this is what we're exploring.
This is what Jono's going to talk about thematically. So how is the filmmaking supporting what he's talking about? So I'll base my notes on that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll just go off on a weird rant because it's me. Yeah, and then for the more therapy-oriented episodes, it's a different process.
Yeah, so we have our cinema therapy episodes and our hero
or
psychology of a hero and villain
therapy.
and villain therapy, and those I do a lot of the prep work on those. At least I do the initial prep work. Like I'll watch the film, I'll take my notes, I'll be like, hey, I want to talk about Tony Stark and PTSD, or Tony Stark and narcissism, and here's all my notes from. I just watched the entire MCU, which I did this year.
You watched all, was it 26?
Well, because we were doing
25
Tony
films?
Stark and Loki and Wanda and Vision and Cap,
Captain
and so I'm like,
America.
I'm just gonna watch all of it.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, so well, like, yay! You heard it here first.
Loki and WandaVision are both coming soon.
And so I watched the entire MCU, and I'm just like, here's my notes, C writes, and they're like,
Pages of notes, great stuff.
and then they took off running with it, and then your prep work is still very similar.
Yeah,
where
we'll
you-
watch through the film or films.
and look at the artistry and how it supports.
Yeah.
The only difference is for the therapist reacts, I do very little prep work other than watch the movie and send you a couple notes and be
He
like,
does so much work otherwise that it's a lot easier for us to just kind of, he watches the movie and takes notes for like a half hour.
yeah.
Kind of.
Can we talk really fast about post-production? Because I think that's a fun process.
Sure, post is great.
So Alan edited all of our episodes until
About a month ago.
about a month ago. And then we hired how many therapists? Sorry, I'm thinking of my business. How many editors have you hired recently?
We have 5 people editing content for the show now, and they are
The show and the membership site. Like they're all-
struggling to keep up with what I was doing by myself.
Yeah.
Which tells you how hard I've been working for the last year.
Really insanely hard. But so you or now the editing team will do a first cut, which is like the director's cut,
Pretty much, yeah.
and so it's the longer version, and then you send it out to both Megan and I. Will get eyes on it, and right there in this Frame.io, we
use some online review tools. Jono and Megan will go through and give notes like, cut this isn't any good. Right here would be a great. Jono has an unbelievable memory for movie lines. He remembers every line of every movie that's ever been made, even ones he hasn't seen. I don't know how he does it. But, like, fully half of the cutaways that you see in the episodes are just
like those little 1 to 3 second just funny things. that are
just some
like,
funny quote from, like, some totally different movie that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's Jono just being like, oh, hey, we should cut in a Big Lebowski thing here. It's like, oh, yeah, you're absolutely right, and I never would have thought of that.
the one I was most proud of recently was the Indiana Jones with the Avengers theme.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I died. Because I didn't edit that episode. That was one of our editors, and Jono made that note, and I kind of was like, I don't know if I see that. And then the editor put it together, and I was like, oh my god, it is the Avengers.
Yeah, you've been working your butt off really, really hard, and our editing team is great.
Oh yeah,
they're doing really great.
They're doing great. Yeah. The editors that we hired are better than me, which is probably why they're not going quite as fast. But if you've noticed an uptick in the quality of the edits, that's why.
Well, but you were one man army. So yeah. Oh, okay. So do we have any other questions we're gonna answer? Lots of questions.
Lots of questions. I'm trying to see.
So, how much? I mean, we're happy to do this for a while more.
Let's do another 10 minutes. And let's.
I gotta go.
Do you have to go?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Can-
do like.
Okay. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. There's gonna be plenty of time to ask questions in Ask a Therapist and Ask the Filmmaker. If you can't, you don't have the fundage, like we are doing a lot of stuff for free right here on YouTube, and we really do want to just help as many people as we can. Why a membership site, and why are you seeing an uptick in all the sponsorships that you're seeing in our videos, which I think we're doing a pretty good job with. I think they're pretty fun.
I think we're trying to make them not suck.
Yeah. The honest truth is Alan wants to be able to fund his own movies, and I think this is, as far as therapy, I love being a therapist. I don't want to do therapy anymore.
I want to quit my job too. Jono wants to quit his job And I mean, you're gonna do.
I have several clients that I'll keep, and I've got therapists that I've handpicked and trained to take on new people. But I help more people this way, and it doesn't wear me out as much.
Right. It's not as emotionally draining.
Yeah.
And
And so we want to fund that. We want to fund those dreams.
Yeah.
That's our end of the membership site.
Editors.
And hire more editors.
We want to pay our editors what they're worth.
But the flip side, there legitimately is a real mission. As I said earlier, a lot of you are saying, I can't afford mental health help. I can't get mental health help. If you need therapy and you can get it, like, we're not trying to replace therapy by any means with what we're doing here, but we are trying to give you resources that are affordable.
Yes. Okay. Questions.
Just lots of people have been giving you money in the chat, so
thank you all. Anyone who has donated or put like super chat money in, holy crap, we love you guys.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Club, Paddington, what was the other one?
Perks of being a wallflower.
Just throwing out lots of stuff.
Oh yeah.
That one's been suggested a ton.
Perks of being a wallflower,
Will do.
we've gotten a million suggestions.
Paddington
for
will do because you freaking love Paddington.
Paddington is one of the best films ever made.
You know it is.
Fireflies and Deadpool also thrown in here.
Yeah, for sure. Firefly. Just next year's the 20th.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, Grave of the Fireflies.
It's a
different
anime.
thing.
Yeah.
Next year's the 20th anniversary of Firefly and our favorite show, and we have plans.
We're gonna do some stuff.
Grave of Firefly, very different.
Grave of the Fireflies we'll try to get to
someone
as well
asked
as
if
we
you'll
got.
do Avatar: The Last Airbender, the show.
We are not gonna do Avatar: The Last Airbender the show for the following reason. It is really long. There's just like too much to get to. It's
so
super
much-
deep. It's great. I
it's
love
awesome.
the show.
We have a lot of shows we love. There's so much prep work just in our episodes. The reason we'll do Firefly is because it ties into a movie, and because there's only 14 episodes and it's done.
Yeah, it's real quick.
We'll do some MCU shows because they blend in with the movies, and
they're 6 episodes.
but those of you asking for us to do your favorite TV show, we love you, and we probably love the show you're referring to. It's just not feasible to like put that much time. Okay, so really fast, saying it again, $14.99 normally for superhero tier, $9.99 right now until this is the last day for that. PayPal option is available as soon as we're not live anymore,
We'll
put a link in the description for that. So for those of you who are paying with PayPal, I kind of want to announce what's going on in September for people who would like to road trip and meet us.
Do we want to announce that?
Are we clear to go public?
Oh, we're clear.
We're clear from them.
Yeah. Do it.
We want to meet you. Ostensibly, you want to meet us. I don't know.
Maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't.
Don't
We
meet
have
your
a lot of
heroes. They'll let you
requests
down.
for hugs from our Instagram audience recently.
We are going to be at Salt Lake FanX Salt Lake Comic Convention this September. We're going to be doing a therapist live. We're going to do a therapist reacts
We're gonna do a
live.
Therapist Reacts live.
We got other panels we're going to be doing.
There's a thing that we're working on that may not happen, so we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But there's a thing that we're working on.
But we're going to be doing conventions, and this is the one that's right in our backyard.
So we're going to start here.
And frankly, it's a really good con.
It's huge. It's like almost as big as San Diego. The panelists are awesome.
You get celebrities that actually, Mark Hamill came here and he didn't go anywhere else. Like Chris Evans and a lot of
We've
the
got-
Captain America people come
This
here.
fall, it's like the full cast of Cobra Kai
Yeah.
is coming, and a bunch of the kids from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh, they're always there. Yeah.
It's awesome.
So road trip. Come to Salt Lake. Get your tickets. Come meet us. We'd love to do photo ops. We'd love to sign whatever. And we're not big enough to charge for that. So we'll just do it after our
Don't
panel.
say that. We're definitely going to charge if we can.
Alan will charge.
I will charge. Jono won't. Jono's line will be huge. Mine will be nothing.
No, but honestly, we'd love to meet you. And if you ever see us in public anywhere, last night I was outside the mall. Whoever that was that said
Did somebody
hi.
come up to you?
Yeah, like twice in the past week, I was at a restaurant and then I was
Oh, that's
outside the
awesome.
mall, and people just like tell us they love the show, and like it means a lot to us.
Did I tell you that when I went to the theater to see A Quiet Place Part 2, and because I'm a middle-aged man, as soon as the credits rolled, I had to go pee. So, too much information, whatever. So I'm like running outside, because there was a Q&A with John Krasinski afterwards, so we stayed for that.
Yeah.
But I go running out, and like this young woman, probably 20-ish,
Mhm.
was just like, "Oh, I know you! It's you!" And I was like, "It's me. What? Who? What are we talking about?"
Apparently, Ewan McGregor or Thor, or there's lots of celebrities people think you look like.
I don't look like any of I look like all of their much uglier cousin.
Wah, wah. Anyways, if you see us in public, say hi. But we'd love to see you at
Please do.
FanX Salt Lake Comic Convention. We'd love to meet you there. That is a place we will be. If you hate us and you're thinking of killing us, don't come.
Yeah, go to San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, that's where we'll be. Why would I say that? I don't know, just throwing it out into the universe. So thecinematherapy.com is where you can go to sign up for the membership site.
Yes.
And that today's the last day for the special price. And yeah, we'll have the PayPal link in the description. What's up?
Do we have anything
two
else?
Questions.
Two questions. We will answer
I think
two
I'm
more questions.
Limiting it to two. There's so many. What's the most appropriate way to get ideas for future episodes? Because villain therapy for Jigsaw or Scar might be fun.
Oh, those are good ideas. Best place to give us suggestions would be either on our Reddit. There's a thread on our Reddit thread, and on Discord. If you want to jump on our Discord, there is a whole what is that? A conversation? I'm not super familiar with Discord yet, but there's a thing on the side that's like suggestions.
Yeah, like these are the tags or this.
And
is
we read like a lot of them.
Yeah, we
basically all of them.
Honestly, guys, if we don't respond to a lot of comments because of time, but we read almost all of the comments on our YouTube videos, and it's a lot. And we just kind of we take advice, or we get suggestions, or we bask in the love, or we're like, oh, that was rude.
Yeah. Not very often though, weirdly.
Yeah, we have a really great community.
I'm surprised at how many of you are not terrible people.
If we took the time to answer, we would have less time to read. And so just know that if you leave a comment, it will most likely be read by him or I or Megan or actually just one of those three.
Just one of us three.
We'll find it.
Yeah, and your comments have definitely influenced not just what we cover on the show, but how we cover it and what we do.
Mm-hmm. And the fact is, like, we're people. Sometimes we get down. Sometimes things are stressful. Sometimes things are hard. And we read comments from you, and they seriously buoy us up.
It
and
helps.
So, in all sincerity, all joking aside, thank you. It means the world to us.
Thank you so much.
This person says,
Last question?
John, you inspire me, and you're intelligent, insightful, blah blah blah. Who's the favorite? Who's the best Avenger?
John, you inspire me. You're intelligent, insightful, blah blah
That's
blah.
not what they said.
I know. That's what Brad said.
They were very kind.
That was the most
Bradley
thing ever.
Who's the best Avenger?
Yeah.
Who's the best Avenger?
Okay, well, it was asked to me, but we're both gonna answer it. You first.
I mean, who's the best Avenger?
Let's go with who's your favorite, because who's the best is we're just gonna get into like fanboy.
Yeah, it's just gonna.
Who's the best? Who's my favorite? My favorite Avenger. We're gonna do a Cap episode. I really like Cap.
Cap's fantastic.
I like Cap. I relate to Cap for who he tries to be. I'm way goofier than Cap, so I can't completely say I am like Cap, but I relate to the striving to have integrity and do the right thing. And
yeah, for me, it's probably Thor. I think Thor's my favorite.
So here's a thought. Alan and I just lift a ton of weights and cosplay and get in way better shape than we're in now.
Yeah, that's mostly gonna be stuff that we do in the kitchen, not that we do at the gym.
I know. And cosplay Thor and Cap. How cool would that be? You guys want to see that?
Okay, what do we have to? Should we promise that we're gonna do that at FanX
This
in the
year?
fall?
No, maybe
We can't do it by this fall, can we? Can we get in Thor and Cap shape by?
I
September?
definitely can't. I'm gonna wear my indie costume because I'm hidden by a jacket and the pants are baggy.
Big fans of yes, do it, please do.
But maybe next year.
We will do. Okay. We will
A
do Thor
million subs.
We will do Thor and Cap at 1 million subs, and we'll get in actual Thor and Cap
Do it
shape.
online.
Alan will go shirtless.
Wow, really?
Fat Thor, maybe.
Alan
sleeveless.
we'll go sleeveless, okay?
Oh, Fat Thor.
Fat Thor, maybe.
So it's
Oh,
like
Fat Thor! I'm already there. Give me a gallon of ice cream, and I got you.
Well, I think it's about time we sign off. Thecinematherapy.com. This is the last day to claim the special offer. We love you all very much.
Thank you so much for being here, and we're gonna film some more stuff.
Yeah. Go team. Wait.